Oh, hello and welcome to another one of our live watch-alongs. We've got a double-header tonight. It is the Knights and the Roosters to kick us off a little bit later on tonight. It will be South Sydney playing host to the Melbourne Storm. Looking forward to this one. The Roosters sitting third on the ladder. The Knights sixth. It's all on the line. Plenty to pick apart here. All coming here from McDonald Jones Stadium. Kickoff just a couple of minutes away. So, in fitting fashion, let's have a look at how the two teams do line up. And let's start with that Roosters lineup. They're going out there at this stage, fairly unchanged from how they were named on Tuesday. And that's what we're looking at for the moment. So let's talk the Roosters lineup through here. So James Tedesco returns at fullback. Daniel Tupou and Mark Nawaqanitawase are on the wings. Billy Smith and Robert Toya are in the centres. Toya coming back in as well. Daly Cherry Evans and Sam Walker in the halves. Nafahu White and Spencer Leniu up front as part of an unchanged pack. Reece Robson at hooker. Nat Butcher, Siwa Wong in the back row. Victor Radley will lock the scrum. Their bench. Hugo Savala drops back to the bench. Alongside him is Celeste Fiketti, Egan Butcher, Connor Watson. Cody Ramsey also drops back with the return of James Tedesco and Taylor Lasalu. And they are, of course, coached by Trent Robinson. So that is how the Roosters line up. On the other side of the equation, let's take a look for the home side, the Newcastle Knights. And they are lining up as follows. So at fullback with no Kalen Ponga is Fletcher Sharp. Dom Young's on one wing, Greg Marziu on the other. Fletcher Hunt and Bradman Best will play in the centres. It's then Sandon Smith moving up from the bench into the halves alongside Dylan Brown. The front row, a late change for the Knights. Tyson Frizzell drops back to the bench. Cody Hopwood will start alongside Trey Mooney with Phoenix Crossland at 9. The back row, Dylan Lucas, Francis Manu Leilua and Matt Croker. And so the bench will be Tyson Frizzell, Tom Cant, Harrison Graham, Brody Jones, Kyle McCarthy and Elijah Salisa Moana. So, interesting times. A bit of a depleted Knight side. Already had some absences with the likes of Saifidi out of action and McEwen as well. And the Knights will hold a moment's silence and respect and are wearing black armbands in memory of Scott Duro, who passed away, unfortunately, during the week, the former Newcastle Knight and Catalan Dragon. Only tragic to think his young life cut short at just 39. Gave absolutely everything he could to the club and was an outstanding servant for both clubs, as well as coming back as a coach in the Knights and the local junior system here in Newcastle. Really tough thoughts, and our thoughts join all of those in the rugby league community with Scott Giro's family that remain behind. Passing away at just 39, as I said, absolutely tragic. Don't mind the clock there getting an absolute jump start. I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but that will fix itself shortly, undoubtedly. There we go, a little bit better. Not far away, so big matchup for these two sides. Knights versus the Roosters, almost ready for kickoff here. As I said, that clock, just a guide, can jump a little. And we are underway. Here go the Knights kicking off from left to right. Mark Nwanganitawaze takes it on the full and comes back. Is met by Brabham Best and Dylan Lucas. Great to have you tuning in. Make sure to hit like on the video. Subscribe on the channel. Jump into the comments as well. Don't be shy. Let us know where you're tuning in from around the world. As the Fahu White takes this one forward and plays it 15 out from the line on tackle 2. Now Spencer Lenu chopped by Matt Croker and 2 others. They'll play it 23 out from the line. They come the short side. Little show, little go from Reece Robson. Croker not falling for it at first. Marker drags him down alongside Dylan Brown. Now Radley. He'll go to Croker, Crossland and Trey Mooney. We'll play it on tackle 5, just over the 40-metre line centre field. Cherry Evans kicks from inside his 40. Taken on the full on the 10-metre line by Fletcher Sharp in jersey 6, playing at fullback. Tries to spin out of the first contact from Robson, but just finds his way into the shoulder of Spencer Lenu and plays at 23 from the line. So now Marzu. He's met very well there. Waisiwa Wong and Victor Radley. Dom Young will come in for a run. Try and take some yardage out from the big bodies in the middle. He's brought down 20 in from touch on the right edge. 35 out from the line. They come the short side here with Manole Lua. He's up over the 40 on tackle 4. Shape set to the left, and that's where they go. They find Croker at first receiver, just gives a little ball on for Trey Mooney, who's immediately dragged down by Daly Cherry Evans, 5 metres short of halfway. They go the short side, and they go to Sandon Smith, the former Rooster, who kicks. It's easily taken by Tedesco outside his 20. Tedesco, little just dummies as he skips across and is dragged down eventually by Hopwood and Hunt. Cherry Evans Walker filling in at dummy half. Gives it on for Tupou. Tupou's met by Crossland, Croker and Mooney. Will play at 32 out from his line. Now Nwanganitawaze. Working his way forward. Dragged down by Sandon Smith and Cody Hopwood. Walker gets it on here. Tedesco to the outside. Good work there. Billy Smith and eventually tackled by Dylan Brown. 2 metres in from touch. 33 out from the line. Very questionable ball from Cherry Evans there for Nafahu White. That'll be tackle 5. 23 out from the line. 18 in from touch on the left edge. They go centre field and kick back to the left. Young just lets Tupou have it and then wraps him up. Young, obviously, another one who, well, technically a former Rooster. Didn't play there a long time, but certainly did play there. So now the Knights start this and work it forward. Dom Young into the... Not sure what's happening there. Maybe a contact lens. Getting sorted out as Brabham Best plays this. 15 out from the line. Now, good strong run there from Mooney over the top of Sam Walker. Just trampled him. Dylan Brown cuts down the short side here. Takes on the line and is dragged down by Reece Robson. 38 out from the line. 12 in from touch on tackle 4. Now Croker winds up and he's chopped. He feels like he's been hit a little high here, I think. Slow to his feet. Does play at 43 out from the line. They go to Smith, who kicks high and long. Tupou takes it on his 20-metre line. 10 in from touch and winds up back at the Knights' defence. He's brought to ground by Mooney and Hopwood. He'll play at 34 out from the line. 20 in from touch on the left edge. Now they go centre field to Billy Smith. Smith will play it on the 40. Now they work it across. Spencer Lenu. Goes straight at Dylan Lucas, who, with the help of Hopwood and Best, drags him down on halfway, just to the right of centre field. They keep going to the short side of the right here. Cherry Evans with the short ball to Wong. Then out to Tedesco. He's still going backwards here. Play on, says the referee. Wyatt Raymond happy that the ball went backwards. And now Cherry Evans will play it. 33 out from the line, just to the right of centre field. Walker out the back to Tedesco. Has to fire it as pressure's on him immediately. Billy Smith flick past it, has gone forward and has gone into touch. So the Knights let off there. Neither side have encroached on the other's red zone in the opening 5 or so minutes here. Great to have you all tuning in. Jump into those comments. Let us know who your tip is. The Roosters going to get done. Will it be the Knights? We did our video earlier in the week. You can check it out in our feed where I went head-to-head with AI. Tips for that one. Let's have a look. As the Knights work this out of their own half. They're up and over the 40 on tackle 3. Manalelua will play it. 4 metres short of halfway. Mooney will take it up over halfway. So I've got the Roosters by 10 to 16. AI, our model, says Roosters by 4 to 10, so a closer one. We'll see how it shapes up. Sandon Smith gets it here, 20 out from the line. He's going to kick, float it up towards the in goal. Is it a little too heavy? No, it's well weighted, but Tedesco takes it against a leaping sharp in contest. And he'll play it 5 out from his line. Cherry Evans at dummy half here. Toya. He's wrapped up and driven backwards by Hopwood and Smith. Now again, strong contact on Tupou. He'll play it 13 out from the line centre field. They come a little wider. They'll play it now through Butcher before Nafahu White goes forward. Croker and Mooney try to lock up the ball, and they do successfully. That'll be tackle 5, 28 out from the line. They kick it from inside the 30. There's a booming kick there from Cherry Evans. Bounces up for Sharp, who lays it off for Marzu. Marzu now will work forward, and he'll start this set 25 out from the line, tackled low by Radley. He's 20 in from touch. They go the short side on that left edge. Brabham Best will power forward, and he'll play it 36 out from the line. Here they come with Sharp. He's going to push up and try and get up and across the 40. He will, after a little bit of reversing, creep his way across the 40 on tackle 3. He'll play it 41 out from his line, 22 in from touch. They go the short side. Smith with a little dummy to Lucas, then eventually pumps to him. And Lucas is up into the attacking half by 6 metres. Now, Phoenix crossed on at first receiver after Smithfield in at dummy half for Brown. For Hunt. Hunt stepping back inside, gets past the tackler. Doesn't really get clear, though, and now Tupou and Smith are going to try and push him towards the sideline. He manages to find his way down thanks to Dom Young. That'll be tackle 5. He's 3 metres in from touch, 34 metres out from the line. They'll go to Dylan Brown. He'll kick from 38 out, 10 in from touch. He sends it to the sky midfield. One chaser coming through for the Knights is Matt Croker. Not exactly your aerial contestant. And he waits for Tedesco to land, and Tedesco burns him before being dragged down by Hopwood just inside the 20. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Don't be shy. Make sure to hit like on the video. Jump into the comments. Hey, Ghostflix. My night's going all right, mate. How's yours? Up the Roosters. As Robson takes this one forward. Now White will take it forward on tackle 5. Gets the offload to Tedesco. Off to Walker. They come wide to the left now with Smith. Thinks about throwing it offload again, but he's dragged down a metre inside the touchline on the attacking 40-metre line. Tupou at dummy half. Sends it to Walker. Walker gets past Manalelua and sends it to the air. Sharp takes it comfortably with a bit of space. Skips back through the line, up over the 20. What's your prediction here, Ghostflix? Roosters by how many? Brabham Best to play it now. 23 out from the line. 15 in from touch on the left edge. Marzu just goes straight back in behind the ruck and he'll be dragged down on the 30 on tackle 3. 20 in from touch on that left side. Now they bring it across a couple of passes for Brown. He drops a runner underneath. It's Manulelua. He'll play it short of the 40 now. Crossing gets out Croker for Hopwood. Hopwood met strongly by White and Robson. They don't get him to ground, and he'll play it on the halfway line on tackle 5. Dylan Brown goes to the air. Sends it long and deep back to Daniel Tupou. He takes it easily inside his 10-metre line and will wind up back at the Knights' defence. And they'll meet him at the 20. He'll end up playing it just over the 20-metre line. And about 5 metres to the left of centre field. Walker drifts across field to the left, gives Billy Smith the ball back underneath. He's dragged down by Dylan Brown here, 29 metres out from the line. Now they work it back towards centre field, just trying to settle things up here through Butcher. That's Nat Butcher, of course, Egan on the bench. Radley out the back, Cherry Evans for Tedesco, on for Nwanganitawaze, back inside for Tedesco. Toyer will slot into dummy half on tackle 4. They're 42 out from the line and 14 in from touch. Look to pass there from Lenu. They work it across now on tackle 5. Walker runs out of options on the left. They go back centre field to Radley, to Cherry Evans, who kicks from 30 up, puts it to the air for Marziu. Marziu takes it despite the attempted distraction of Toyer, and he winds up here. Greg Marziu gets clear of a couple, beats Tedesco. Tedesco comes again after he runs around Nafahu White, and they'll drag him down 4 metres short of halfway. That's a fantastic run from Greg the Bus Marziu. Now they go to Fletcher Sharp. He's drifting across field, bumps off Spencer Lenu. Now Radley comes. He gets the offload to Crossland. Now they go to Dom Young. He's winding up. He's up over halfway, and then he drops the ball out the back door. And it'll be a knock-on against Dom Young. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there. Just try to rush and offload, a little rush of blood. Undoes all of Greg Marziu's hard work. Marziu did well here. He just shrugged through. Burn around Tedesco. Shrugged through the tackle of Nafahu White. And then Tedesco a little too quick. Just a little bobble there from Dom Young. So the Roosters will have a scrum feed. 5 metres short of halfway. Centre field. Great to have you all tuning in, guys. Jump in those comments. Don't be shy. Get the conversation flowing. Let us know where in the world you're watching from, city or country, whatever works for you. It's always good to get a bit of a census of where everyone is. So the Roosters get a 6 more here, and so they'll play it on tackle 1 with Siwa Wong. 20 in from touch on the right, 38 out from the line. Lenu up over the 30, and he's gone down hard here. He's very slow to his feet. As they play it out here, Walker for Tedesco. Little show and go. Crossland drags him down. 8 in from touch. 13. 12 out from the line he'll be. Now Radley. He'll play it 8 out from the line, just to the right of the post. Walker on for Butcher. He's met there on tackle 5. 5 from the line. And he's 15 in from touch on the left edge. They go centre field. Now cross field with the kick is Cherry Evans. Looking for, unsurprisingly, Nwanga who takes it, bats it back into the breadbasket of Siwa Wong, who just coughs it up. All they have to do is catch it and score. Sounds simple. It really was. He got ahead of himself. Yeah, Dylan Lucas closing the space, but if he catches that, he just falls over the line and gets the opening try. So nearly 13 minutes gone. Still no score in this one. Dylan Lucas barging his way forward. Now Sandon Smith getting out of dummy half. Has to give it away to Brown, to Croker. Knights have only been tackled in the opposition half 5 times so far in this match. Yet to get to the red zone. As Fletcher Sharp takes it forward and will play it on tackle 4. 41 out from his own line. 12 in from touch, and they come the short side. Dylan Brown throws it forward. Tried the flick pass, overcooked it. Another chance goes begging for the Knights here. It was the right idea. Execution was miles away from where it needed to be. Love it if you jump into those comments, guys. Let us know your predicted scoreline. Let us know who you think is going to be first try scorer. Still waiting for that one to be ticked off. Certainly much more flowing and enjoyable when we get a bit of chat happening. As I say, let us know where you're tuning in from, wherever it is around Australia, the world, wherever else it might be. Got a penalty here. There's a penalty against for the scrum shot clock. Newcastle didn't pack in time. The Roosters fine touch. 25 out from the line. This could be the opportunity. Even if they just play the set out again, you think they'll go to Nwanga if they play the tackle 4 or 5 option to this centre to left channel. That's where Spencer Lenu plays it now. 15 out from the line, 18 in from touch. Victor Radley takes one through the middle. He's dragged down by Croker and Crossland. He's 6 out from the line, centre field. They go to the right. Flat ball for Nafahu White from Sam Walker. 4 Knights in there in total. Sandon Smith and Dylan Lucas leading the charge. He's brought down 20 in from touch, 2 metres out from the line. Robson, Cherry Evans to Walker, to Tedesco. A shooter out of the line there, and that's left a gaping hole that Tedesco just skips his way through. And there is your first try scorer. And it will be the veteran fullback, James Tedesco, the Roosters captain, who scores first, and the Roosters lead 4 points to 0 with a kick to come. Made it look really easy. I think big bodies with hot water. Just a bit of a jagged line in a moment after just over 15 minutes of this first half. The try is confirmed. That is something we'll look at a little bit of potential obstruction on Fletcher Sharp, but try is confirmed. Hey, Zarij, watching from Port Moresby, soon to be the home of the PNG Chiefs. Very exciting times. Might be getting the former Rooster Joey Manu, as well as Sam Walker knocks that one over, and it is 6 points to 0. To go back 10 metres straight in front, too easy for Sam Walker. Exciting times with the PNG Chiefs coming into the competition in 2 years' time. Perth Bears next year as well. Bears coming in, I mean, we'll have an extra game of rugby league every weekend, which is exciting. And the Chiefs come in, then you'd think there'll be another team a couple of years, maybe 2031, something like that. Maybe a 20th team. And that would mean we'd have 10 games a weekend. The Fahu White charging his way forward now. Plays it back to Cherry Evans, down to Wangani Tawaze. He'll play it. 25 out from his line on tackle 2. Lenu nearly went through the same hole as another runner, but they managed to avoid that, and Brown brings him down with the help of Fletcher Hunt. Now Butcher. Nat Butcher working his way up over the 40. He'll play it 44 out from the line on tackle 4. Tedesco takes a little dart, just scheming forward with Radley with him, and he's brought down just over halfway by Dylan Lucas. Cherry Evans will kick from a metre inside the attacking half, and he sends it high to the sky for Greg Marziu. Marziu takes it cleanly. They present a nice, strong line. Toya, Wong, and White. And he'll play it 20 out from the line, 16 in from touch. Now Bradman Best, they are up in his grill very quickly. Robson and Radley. Best will play it now. 22 and a bit minutes remaining here as Young gets chopped low by Sam Walker. A very good tackle. Trey Mooney trying to work his way forward as well. Mooney will play it to Crossland. Crossland's going to get out of dummy half on tackle 4 and kick from inside the 40. Can he find touch? Tedesco manages to bat it back in, but they're going to say his foot was on the line when he reached in to touch it. I would suggest he's going to captain's challenge this as the captain. I think from Crossland off the boot, I think Tedesco might have thought this was going out short. So he's not going to challenge it. So it is a 40-20. Because he's come from outside the field to play to bat the ball back in. So the Knights now, their first opportunity inside the red zone at the other end. Crossland to Smith, who drops a runner underneath. That'll be Trey Mooney, and he'll reverse his way into Spencer Lenu and play it 10 out from the line, 5 to the left of the uprights. Smith out the back to Brown. On for Sharp. Sharp to the outside, gets chopped down, but gets back to his feet. And Walker, Smith, and Butcher are going to drag him into touch. Great work. They kept him upright. Young tried to help out, but he just couldn't stop the momentum of the Roosters' defence pushing. Fletcher Sharp into touch there. A great defensive effort from the Roosters. What about that? 3 players just driving, and Sharp couldn't get rid of the ball. They had it locked in as well. And halfway through this first half, the Knights' first opportunity down in the red zone goes begging. Now Toya. Toya will work his way forward. He'll play just outside the 30. They're rolling here, the Roosters. Siwa Wong gets the offload to Tedesco. Picks up another 6, 7 metres. Gives it on to Radley. Radley with the dummy. Takes him up over halfway on tackle 3. They'll play it 48 out from the line, just off centre field. And work it across the Fahu White for Walker, for Billy Smith, who slips and goes to ground. Claims he was hit on the head. He was hit on the head, says the referee. Must have got a tip from somewhere, Wyatt Raymond, because it was a very delayed reaction. It's a really tough one. The fingertips of Fletcher Hunt. Wouldn't have bruised a grape, unfortunately, but that is the way the rules are now as the Roosters find touch. 20 metres out, or 21 metres out, on the attack. Smith is the man to take the tap. Gives it on to Walker. And Lenu charges back against the grain and is brought down 18 in from touch. 15 out from the line. On the attack now, the Roosters. Cherry Evans gives the ball to Wong. Siwa Wong could have scored an opener for them about 9 minutes ago, but just before that Tedesco try. Radley, a little bobble and juggle. Does manage to regain it, though, before Dylan Lucas drags him down. 4 metres out from the line. 5 to the left of the uprights. And keep it simple here. Just one out ruck from Spencer Leniu. He's brought down 5 from the line in line with the left post. Cherry Evans on for Walker, who grubbers it in behind. It's going to be a foot race between Wong and Sharp, but the ball beats them both. And Sharp will pick it up and race back towards the 20-metre line and take the potential 7-tackle set here. So Sharp racing forward, runs up over the 30. Cherry Evans brings him down with Siwa Wong. Nafahu White plays it 32 out best. Finds the inside shoulder and drives his legs through. He's up to 44 metres from the line, and he'll play it on tackle 1. Now Trey Mooney trying to pump his legs up towards halfway. He's brought down a metre short. Plays it 49 out, 20 in from touch on the left edge. Now they come to Croker. They get 6 more here. Croker chopped hard by White. Just saw the open ribs as he rotated. Drove the shoulder in. Now Crossland comes. Smith dropping best back underneath. He saw half a hole and powered towards it, but Nafahu White closed it and dragged him down. Now Crossland. Croker. Brown. Flat ball. Manu Leilua is going to streak over untouched out wide. Beautiful work. The momentum pays off, and the Knights on their second visit into the red zone get some points. It's 6 points to 4 with a kick to come. The Knights are right back in this one. It's big Francis Manu Leilua who gets the try. It's good ball movement here. They had the numbers. Billy Smith got himself caught out awkwardly. He held out too hard. Couldn't help cover inside. And Manu Leilua goes through a gaping hole between Sam Walker and Billy Smith. Wonderful work there from Manu Leilua. So under 17 minutes remaining in this first half, and that is Manu Leilua's first career try, just notably, looking at the numbers. So well done to him. It's wonderful to have you all tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. Jump into the chat as well. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who you're cheering for. This one's firmly in the balance early doors here, and Sandon Smith, in the absence of Kalen Ponga, will step up as the goal kicker for the Newcastle Knights. The former Rooster. He's got this one about 8.5 metres in from touch. He's brought it back 23 or so. The southern end of McDonald Jones Stadium. It's at the right post, and it just keeps on going outside the right post. So it will remain 6 points to 4. $16 minutes to go till half time. 16 minutes and 15 seconds to be specific. It'll be a night that young Francis Manu Leilua will not forget, his first ever NRL try. So now the Knights to bring it back with Mooney. Winding up and charging forward, big Trey Mooney. He's met by the defence and he's brought down 12 out from his line, just to the right of the uprights. And Dom Young will take the next one. It's become the tradition off a kickoff return set. A winger coming in for the second return tackle. Now Tyson Frizella's out there. First of the changes for the Newcastle Knights. We've got a penalty here straight away against Victor Radley. Pressure on the neck. Let's have a look at this. Jeez, there wasn't a lot in that, if any. I don't think Victor Radley will have anything too much to worry about there, even with his record. As Nafahu White throws the shoulder at Dylan Lucas here. Oh, that is not good. Dylan Lucas grabbing his hamstring. That is the last thing the Knights need. Already depleted in the forward stocks. That is not good at all. He is absolutely devastated. Tough to see. See all the players. Well, as I said, wonderful to have you all with us. Jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from. If you haven't already, hit subscribe on the channel. It'll help you keep up to date with all of our live watch-alongs that are coming along. Another one tonight. We've got a couple more coming tomorrow and Sunday as well between the Super League, the NRL, the NRLW. And moving forward, we'll have our Monday reflection, Sunday night or Monday reflection, depending. Tuesdays, we'll have our Team List Tuesdays. And then Thursdays, we will drop our Humans versus AI tips and predictions. And we'll track those as well with the scores on the Sunday reflection show. So that's going to be your rugby league core moving forward on the channel. We'll try and make it very rugby league centric and driven. But this is really tough to see. Dylan Lucas is going to be medicabbed off. Player who is absolutely taking huge strides in his career this season. So with 15 minutes and 12 seconds to go until half time. The clock not stopping on the NRL website for some reason, which is what we're pulling that from down below. Big thank you to those of you, Gosplix and Zarij, who've got into the chat already. Harrison Graham to come on. No, Tom Cant to come on. And a couple of them getting ready to come on, but Tom Cant comes on for Dylan Lucas. Really tough to see. It's the ankle. It's not the hamstring. He's just grabbing at the leg where he could reach. My word. So, I'll tell you what, not what's going to help the Knights when they're already trailing here and against the odds. Tough times in tough scenes indeed. Just looking at the shots of the crowd here in Newcastle, absolutely a full house. Hardly a seat spare. Dylan Lucas on the green whistle. Tough times for the Knights and for Dylan Lucas. Such a great season he's been having. As we said, made his debut in State of Origin earlier this year. 10 tries so far for the season. Running at more than 100 metres a game. 5 tackle busts, I think, a game as well. So really strong numbers. So Tom Camp will get ready to play it and we'll resume the match. And Tyson Frizzell will take it forward. Up over the halfway. Play it on tackle 2. Now Kent takes his first hit up of the match. That's a good strong run from the young man from Maitland. Played on tackle 3 on the attacking 40. Crosland gets out, gives it to Sandon Smith. Now Matt Croker. Croker wrestling against the Fahu White, but he's dragged down just short of the 30. He's 31 out. Sandon Smith out the back to Dylan Brown, dropping it under to Manule Lua. Manule Lua now. He'll know after Lucas has gone down. That means he's going to have to play 80 minutes today. 5th tackle, they kick from just inside the 20. Floated up here. A contest against Nwangani Tawaze. Bradman Best gets it. Kicks it back, batted on from Dylan Brown, and then thrown forward by Matt Croker. Greg Margie wants to presume that there was a knock on there from the Roosters in all of that. Let's have a look here. So they go up, Bradman Best. It goes a lot shorter than they thought. Was it knocked down by Mark Nwangani Tawaze there? That's the question. Did he get a touch on it? No, there's no challenge and we move on. So the answer will be no for all intents and purposes. Now Tupou plays it. Centre field 18 out from the line. They give it off now to Butcher. Certainly turning into a bit of a grind this match, early doors. Nafahu White pumping the legs up over the 30-metre line there. He'll play at 32 out from the line. Just to the left of centre field. Now Radley. Ball knocked down. That could be 6 more here. Or was it just deflected? No, it was just deflected off a Rooster. So play on, says the referee. Tackle 4 coming. And that's exactly what it is when Siwa Wong is wrapped up. He plays it on tackle 4. Now Lenya will take it up over halfway. Manule Lua. And Phoenix Crosland lock him in. And that's tackle 5. 5 into the attacking half. Cherry Evans to go to the air. Sends it high and deep. Then it's knocked on in an attempt by Nwangani Tawaze to get up and take it. Sharp slides past Wong, but Toya drags him down just outside the 20. Now Marju bumps off Radley. Radley comes again with some help from a couple of others, Robson and Lenu. They played on the 30, the Knights. Now Tom Young. He'll take it forward. They keep working towards centre field here, the Knights. He's taking their scoots. Young plays at 39 out. Now Frizzell. Hey, Carleen, good to see you again. Thanks for jumping on. Always good to see a familiar name. Sandon Smith gives it for Kent. Kent brought down on the attacking 40. That's tackle 4. He's 15 in from touch on the left edge. Now they come to Smith. They get 6 more here for a ruck infringement. Late in the tackle count. It's a coach killer. Frizzell. Crossland. Brown. Drops it back underneath. Brody Jones is out there as well. It's 3 changes already for the Knights. Now they come to Croker on the left. Sandon Smith takes it to the line, gives it to Kent, who's chopped low, and that'll be tackle 3. 10 in from touch, 15 out from the line. On the 3rd. Crossland at first receiver. Drops Brody Jones back underneath. Jones trying to wrestle his way forward. Tries to get the arm free. Does get the arm free for Crossland. On to Croker. Croker tries to use a bit of footwork. Bounces off Tedesco and reaches his way through another tackle. Plants it down next to the post. The Knights have got a second try. This time it is Matt Croker, the 13. And the Knights lead 8 points to 6 with a kick to come. Just under 12 minutes remaining until half-time at McDonald Jones Stadium. Well. The Knights just creeping their way back on top. A little bit of momentum here. This all came down to Brody Jones. Did well. He could have settled for a quick play. The ball 10 out from the line, but he pops that back of the hand pass out. Croker bumps off Tedesco, then shrugs through Robson. Siwa Wong, I'm not quite sure what he did there. He just got left standing. It looked like Croker was going to just try and reach through the tackle of Siwa Wong, but Siwa Wong just got caught on his heels. Croker too agile and mobile. And just throws Robson away as he plants it down next to the post. The Newcastle Knights are jubilous in celebration. So, Carleen, tell me, who's your team in the NRL? Are you a Roosters fan or are you just cheering for the Roosters tonight? Jump into the chat, guys. Feel free. Pop anything in there, anything rugby league, or happy to talk other sports too. Commonwealth Games are on at the moment. Everyone's still just getting over World Cup fever, probably. International cricket in Australia in a couple of weeks' time. Crazy to think that the summer of cricket starts in August, and it's still technically winter on the calendar. Sanders Smith. This one looks slightly prettier. Still wasn't exactly the most technical, but it goes over. He didn't spray this one wide, so it is 10 points to 6. The Knights leading with just over 10 minutes remaining until half time. Jump into our poll. Let us know who takes out the game from here, the Knights or the Roosters. An early Roosters vote. There we go. Some love for the Knights as well. The Knights work it forward here with Croker. Croker will play it on the 40. Brown out the back for Hunt. Gets the ball away to Young. That's a good ball. Dom Young thought about accelerating down the outside. Cuts back infield. Got some numbers in there, the Roosters, and they drag him down. 23 out from the line, 10 in from touch. That'll be tackle 4. Manila Lua fills in at dummy half. They get it across now. Brown, Crossland, Smith out the back for Sharp. Sharp to Bradman Best. Bradman Best decides to take on Toya. Cherry Evans arrives to help him out, and they drag him down. That's tackle 5. He's 13 out from the line, 10 in from touch on the left edge. Sandon Smith floats it high and across looking for Hunt. It beats everyone in the end. Was there a touch on it from the Roosters? Looks like the referee's going to say there was a touch on it from the Roosters, so it'll be a goal line dropout. Let's have a look at the replay. I think the Roosters have had an air swing. They might challenge this one here. Not sure if it's going to be conclusive, though. That's their challenge. It's a challenge with taking the challenge. If they do take the challenge. Oh, no, they've just reviewed it. So it will be a 20-metre restart. Don't need to use the challenge. Being a restart of play. Interestingly enough, the Knights lead the line breaks 4-1 early doors. The Roosters on top in our poll. As Toya plays it now, 33 out from the line on tackle 2. Now Ficchetti's out there. He takes a run. As is Egan Butcher. So a couple of changes coming now for the Roosters. Robson gets out of dummy half and they give it on. Ficchetti taking another little dart. Dylan Brown trying to claim that he lost the ball. They go to Cherry Evans on tackle 5 and he puts it to the sky under pressure. Wanganitawaze takes it. Marzu tries to push him wide, but he kicks into the in goal. Wanganitawaze is far too heavy. Bradman Best will pick it up and send it forward for Fletcher Hunt. Hunt takes the restart. Can only make about 6 metres for tackle 0. 7 minutes and 45 seconds to go until half time. As Marju takes it up over the 30 now, keeps pumping those big, powerful legs, the bus. Now Frizzell, speaking of powerful, he's up to the 40-metre line on tackle 2. They get out now, Croker on for Jones. Jones looking to work his way up over halfway and does so successfully as he's dragged down by Nat Butcher. Now ball for Manile Lure, and oh, what about that big, strong, dumping tackle? Billy Smith just plants him on his back on tackle 4. 10 in from touch on the attacking 40 on the right edge. Croker doesn't pick up any metres, just centres them up on the 40 for tackle 5. Crossland will go to Dylan Brown. Shooter puts pressure on Brown, and he puts it up midfield bomb here, and I think Tupou's knocked that on. It'll be 6 more. Jones gets the offload away. Tom Kent's there, skipping across, drifting. Thinks about the offload. Size better of it as he's wrapped up by Nat Butcher, and he'll play it on the 20 here on tackle 0. Now it comes forward. Frizzell up inside the 10-metre line. Gets the ball out the back door. Beats Crossland, who has to track back to pick it up. Sandon Smith is there, drifting across field, looking for a runner. Gives it to Manile Lua. He thought the hole had opened up from 9 metres out, and he might be in for a second try. Now Sharp gets caught in an awkward one, so he just takes a little run and goes to ground. 3 out from the line. They get 6 more. Flat ball for Jones. going to try and power his way through. Can't do it, so he's brought to a halt a metre from the line. In line with the right upright. They go to the left. Brown with a show and go. Butcher and Wong drag him down. He'll play it on tackle 3. 4 from the line. Crossland. Now, floating across was Sandon Smith. Gives it to Croker, who's wrapped up by Robson and Siwa Wong. Now, Crossland. Ball rolled in behind. Was there an illegal challenge there? No, says the referee. So Tedesco picks it up and takes it out of his in goal, 2 metres, and we'll play it. Tupou shrugs off the first attempt, drags Sandon Smith with him, and will now be 16 out from the line, 10 in from touch. That's where he plays it. Billy Smith trying to push his way forward is met strongly by Croker and Brown on tackle 3. Now Nwanga Nitawaze. That'll be tackle 4 on the 30. The Roosters trying to grind their way downfield. Robson out of dummy half goes to the right. And it's been sniped there, Butcher. Just lost his footing. That's not Butcher, sorry. That's Hugo Savala now on. So 3 changes for the Roosters as well as they kick here. The ball's going to roll and roll and roll and roll. And Sharp will watch it over the dead ball line. It's the 3rd time they've sent one dead, this time from 60 metres away. That's too much on it from Cherry Evans. So Fletcher Sharp will take the tap and give it to Dom Young, who then comes to a halt. I'm not quite sure why he did that. He only picks up 3 metres in the end. And play it 23 out from the line on the 0 tackle. Just catches them on the back foot here. So Marzu now trying to work his way just up to the 30 as the Roosters' defensive line has all sorts of velocity about it. He'll play it on the 30 centre field. Now they go to Hunt. He skips back across field and is chopped by Reece Robson. 33 out from the line. Crossland gets out of dummy half. There we go. That's better. Manilei Lua will pick up 14, 15, almost 16 metres in the end. And he'll play it 2 metres short of halfway. Now Hunt coming forward. Can't get free of anyone. He's 7 metres into the attacking half on tackle 4. They'll play it. 43 out from the line. 10 in from touch on the right. They go across to Brown. Now Smith. Out the back now. Sharp trying to accelerate to the outside away from Toya. Marju is running out of space, so he has to come back infield. And he's brought down 5 in from touch on the 30-metre line on the left edge. And swung it side to side here, the Knights. Now Best at dummy half goes to Smith. Smith puts it back up on that short side. It's caught by Dylan Brown. Comes back to Sharp. Sharp. Charge down there. That should be 6 more. Crossland will be pinned down, and the Knights will get 6 more because of the charge down. So we'll play this 37 out from the line. Fletcher Sharp. Oh, sorry, Phoenix Crossland. Fletcher Sharp at dummy half. Goes to Brown. Now to Jones. Jones will work his way forward, almost up to the 30. Plays it on tackle 2. Crossland for Smith. Sharp. Skips around Toya. Can't skip around the next one. Yes, he can. He beats Cherry Evans before the support arrives from Fiketti and Wong. He'll now play at 26 out from the line, 20 in from touch on the left side. They go the short side with Smith for Tom Cant, who runs forward and is dragged down by Cherry Evans. Some half-hearted appeals for a high tackle. They come the short side again here. Brabham Best trying to use his power. Gets the ball back in for Phoenix Crossland, who's brought down a metre short of the line, and he coughs it up. Great last line defence there. Siwa Wong and Dally Cherry Evans. Good eyes up rugby league. Just didn't quite come off for the Knights, but they are absolutely applying the pressure here. They don't mind that they're down a player and down plenty of troops. They are backing themselves. They are chancing their hand. So far, we've got 75% the Roosters, 25% the Knights in our poll. When the Knights are playing, they're very keen on overturning that view. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to half time. The Roosters working from 10 out from their own line. They go to Tupou off the scrum. So a win for the Roosters, at least temporarily, would lift them up to second place until the Warriors play the Bulldogs. For the Knights, the result, a win, well, it wouldn't lift them at all. It just ensconced them further into that top 6 because they'd pull level with the Sharks and the Dolphins for the time being on 28 points. Noting the Rabbitohs and Cowboys behind them on 24, the Sea Eagles and Bulldogs on 22. Now Cherry Evans gets the ball across. Wong flick pass out the back. Toya had to spin for it, then threw it forward anyway. And Nwanga Nitawaze knocks it on with 1:35 on the clock. So we'll see how quick the two sides get to setting this scrum and organising things. We'll definitely get at least one more set in here. See how Wong had done well. He drew in Greg Marzu, if he had just got that ball in front of Robert Toyer, it might have been a different scenario. So the Knights with the scrum feed on halfway. Brown wrapping around. Hunt. He's got Sharp with him. Decides not to use him. Across the last 10 minutes, the Knights have had 90% of the territory inside the final minute here. There's Manule Lua. He's been outstanding for the Knights today. Plays it inside the 40. Sandon Smith, little show go. Frizzell tears through a hole and they drag Smith down 32 out centre field. Now Croker gives the ball to Brodie Jones at the line. Could have ended disastrously. Savala drags him down on tackle 4. 28 out. He's hobbling Brodie Jones. That's not the sign the Knights want to see. Now Tyson Frizzell. 25 seconds on the clock. They go to the corner here. Smith will float it up over Nwangani for Bradman Best. And Nwangani will knock it dead. And with 15 seconds to go, I don't think we'll see a restart here. So they review the contest there, but that will be half time. And the Knights lead 10 points to 6 as the Roosters who scored first through Tedesco. And it was converted by Sam Walker. And then Francis Manule Lua stormed over on the right edge. That was not converted by Sandon Smith. Matt Croker got the final try of the half. And Sandon Smith nailed that one from in front. So it is 10 points to 6 at the halftime break. We'll be back with you in about 10 minutes or so with the second half here from McDonald Jones Stadium. Don't go too far. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. It'll help you stay up to date with our future live streams. We will be back a little bit later on for the Storm and the Rabbitohs as well. But for now, we're going to go to the halftime break. And we'll be back in about 10 with your second half here on the Chris McPherson Show. Hello, and welcome back as we get set for the second half. The Roosters will get us underway momentarily for this second half. And don't forget, don't go too far because we will be back straight after this one with an 8 p.m. kickoff between the Melbourne Storm and the South Sydney Rabbitohs. So really looking forward to that. As it stands at the moment, most of you think that the Roosters will get the job done from here, 60% to 40%. If you haven't already, vote in the poll. Jump into the comments as well. Let us know where you're tuning in from. As we get underway here, the Roosters kick deep to the right of the Knights. Taken on the full by Dylan Brown. Gives it to Brody Jones, who spins his way out of the contact of Fiketti. Plays it back to Crossland now, and Marzu comes charging forward. Up over the 20. We'll play it 22 out. And now they go, just keeping it one off the ruck. Frizzell. He'll play it 3 metres short of the 30. Manele Lua. He's up 2 and he's holding his face, his nose. He slowed back to his feet. There's a high tackle and goes on report. And it'll be Nat Butcher, the two players in that tackle, Nat and Egan Butcher. It's just will actually be Egan that'll be the one on report. Shoulder into the cheekbone. You can see why Manele Lua was slow to his feet. Great to have you all jumping in, guys. Jump into those comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know who your tip is from here and how you see it getting done, and vote in the poll, of course, as well. I'm going to check now on the cheekbone of Francis Manele Lua. See the replay again. Butcher just coming in high. Nothing too shocking, but definitely textbook penalty on report in this modern day. And Manele Lua is going to go off for a HIA. That means Elijah Salisa Lea Moana will be on the field. Because it's gone on report that if he fails the HIA, it will be a free change. So they will be able to engage another player. So they kick for touch and find touch on halfway. Bradman Best gives it on here, and Salisa Lea Moana gets straight into it, gets his first run of the game. And then Frizzell. Keep working forward here. Smith dropping a runner back underneath. It's Marju charging forward. They play it now. 37 out from the line. Sorry, 17 out from the line. They go to the air here, and James Tedesco takes it from just outside his in goal. And he's pinned 2 metres out. I was trying to work out what's from a Salisa Liamoana point of view. I think only about 7 games last season and 1 so far this season as a penalty goes against the Knights here as they're trying to pin the Roosters in their own end. So it's only his second game. He played back in round 8 in a loss to Penrith. And part of their New South Wales Cup side that's doing quite well at the moment. Played in 7 straight wins for them. So here come the Roosters. They find touch on the 30-metre line and they're working it downfield. Siwa Wong with a little bit of footwork. Met by Jones, Frizzell and Crossland. Finds his front though. And he's 5 metres short of halfway on tackle 2. Savala dropping Fiketti underneath. Crossland locking in on the ball. Helps Canton Jones to drag him to ground. 8 metres and make that 9 into the attacking half. Now Daly Cherry Evans comes to the right. Nice defence umbrellas up really quickly and shuts down any passing opportunity, so he has to go to ground. Reece Robson gets out of dummy half here. Savala for Walker. And that extra playmaker out there can really telling at the moment. It's tackle 5-12 from the line. Walker's going to take it on. He sends it wide to Tedesco. Tedesco pokes his head through the line. Tedesco's going to get a double. James Tedesco. There you go. And again with the giant arrow celebration. And it's 10 points all with a kick to come. The Roosters captain gets his second of the game. And we're all locked up here after just shy of 4 minutes of this second half. Goes over on the right-hand edge, just holding it up. Holding it up, sends Smith sliding. Gets back inside him, and Tom Kent can't cover across quickly enough in the slide. So the Roosters now with a chance to take the lead back. $10 points all with the kick to come. Sam Walker will have it 15 in from touch. Five minutes gone in this second half, and the Roosters might just snatch the lead back, and it's in line with our poll. $15 out, 20 back from the line. He's been kicking at a pretty good rate of knots this season. He hits this one. He's going to drift it. He's going to drift it too far. Drifts it across the face, so we stay locked up at 10 points all here. I would have thought from there Sam Walker was a 90+% chance. Tedesco gets his second double of season 2026. The last time he scored a double was at Central Coast Stadium against the Gold Coast Titans. So he likes playing north of Sydney and New South Wales this season. And Wanganita coming forward on tackle 2 here for the Chooks. Hey, Wayne, good to see you again, mate. Always good to see you popping back in. Great to have you with us. As Butcher Egan goes forward there. Cherry Evans drops Siwa Wong going back against the grain on a 45-degree angle towards centre field. He's brought down on the 40 on tackle 4. Robson gets out of dummy half, gives it to Tedesco, who runs straight at Tom Cant. Crossland and Cant bring him down. 5 into the attacking half. They're on the front foot and got some momentum now, the Roosters. Cherry Evans puts it to the sky. Sharp takes it. Toya waits for him to land and then drives him backwards with the help of Savala and Walker. He'll play it 13 out from his own line, 20 in from touch on the left-hand side. Now Marzu, chopped low by Fiketti. He'll play it on tackle 2. A really quick play the ball on the 20, and that allows Dom Young to march forward up over the 30. Young will play this on tackle 3, 32 out, just to the right of centre field. A slow ruck, which puts Matt Croker on the back foot for the next tackle. Croker will play at centre field, 38 out on tackle 4. Frizzell, little dummy, gets chopped low again for Fiketti. Good low tackling style. Now Frizzell, holding his nose. We'll see what comes of this. Well, that should be another penalty. Nat Butcher straight across the bridge of his nose. On tackle 5. It's unfortunate, and I don't love that players are staying down when it's initially missed, but It's a tough one when your teammate goes low, chops him so quickly and he falls forward. Interesting if Tyson Frizzell has to go off for a HIA as well here. The Knights will be quite depleted because there's still nearly 10 minutes before they'll see Francis Manulei-Lua back if he passes the HIA. He hasn't had to go off yet. The Knights find touch. So Nat Butcher joins his brother Egan on report. And Brabham Best takes the tap, gives it on to Sandon Smith, who passes it through to Brodie Jones and centre field. Here come the Knights working forward. And that's it. They're going to send Tyson Frizzell off for HIA. There's a short price that was going to happen. So we stopped the game with 33 minutes on the dot to go. Trey Mooney will come back on. So Brown gives it back underneath here to Croker, who'll play it 22 out from the line. Just to the right of centre field. They go the short side on the right. Brown skipping across. Ducks under one tackle. Ducks through a second. Robson comes again with Savala. And that'll be tackle 3. And he'll play it 11 out from the line. 18 in from touch on the right edge. Croker for Mooney. For Smith. Back underneath for Sharp. Drifting against the grain. He's done, tackled low by Ficchetti. 9 out from the line. 20 in from touch on the left side. Tackle 4. They work it across now. Sandon Smith out the back to Dylan Brown. Out the back to Hunt. Quick hands on to Dom Young, who'll dive over about 3 metres in from touch. And the Knights grab the lead back. 14 points to 10 they lead with a kick to come. Newcastle back on top here. They get their 3rd try. Great ball movement here. They've pinched the Roosters in just with bodies in motion. A couple of the big bodies coming through, and then Hunt did well just to bat it on for Young. Sandon Smith engaged a couple. Dylan Brown did the same. And Young was on the outside, away, free and clear. Tom Young gets his 29th try at McDonald Jones Stadium in 39 games. It's a pretty good strike rate. Close enough to 75%. And now, a much more challenging one for Sandon Smith. And the first one to get it out of his system. What can he do with this one? Tick past 9 minutes gone in this first half. Roosters have got the majority of the votes in our poll at the moment. Great to have you all tuning in. So he's 2.5 metres in from touch. He's brought it back 23 metres. The less favoured side for the right footer. He's going to start this at the right post and drift it across. He hits it. Doesn't deviate at all. He's nailed it straight over the black dot, Sandon Smith. That is a very nice kick from way out wide. And the Newcastle Knights lead 16 points to 10. 9 minutes and 17 seconds gone in this second half. Francis Manulei-Lua on the bike, past his HIA, so that's good. Hopefully it'll be the same case for Tyson Frizzell, not too distant future. Dylan Brown takes it on the full. Gives it off to Mooney, who works it forward. Now Young, the try scorer, spins out of the first tackle, pumps the legs and drives up to the 20-metre line on tackle 2 here. Crossland gives it off and eventually comes across to Marju, who powers his way up to 27 out from the line centre field. Now Tom Cant tries to skip to the outside and target Cherry Evans, but Radley shifts laterally with him and they drag him down. 36 out, 20 in from touch. Croker with a little thought about passing, but Sam Walker had shot up into the line and disrupted the option there. So tackle 5 there, 43 out from the line centre field. Dylan Brown will kick from just inside his 40. Tracking all the way back is like Billy Smith playing back on that left wing at the moment. And he's pinned on his back, and we'll play this on tackle 1. As Mark Namangani takes his forward on the next one. That's tackle 2, and he's 23 out from the line, 7 in from touch on the right side. Robert Toyer working forward. Just trying to work out if there's been a bit of a change of plans here with Smith out on that wing outside. Savala playing centre now. Daniel Tupou maybe come from the field at some point. It's Cherry Evans. No, not Cherry Evans. It's Egan Butcher coughs it up. And the Knights will now start with possession just over halfway. Knights now working it forward through Trey Mooney. It does appear that Daniel Tupou is not out in the field at the moment. Can't see him anywhere as we shift across the line. I could be mistaken, but not quite sure what's happened there. So we'll keep an eye on that. The Knights go to that right edge with Dylan Brown. They come back to centre field instead. Mooney for Croker, back for Fletcher Sharp underneath, and Sharp will play at 11 out from the line. Smack bang in the middle on tackle 5. Brown just going to run it. Can't get the ball free, and so he'll turn it over 3.5 metres out from the line. And Fiketti will play it there. Croker realises he's the third mark, so he has to backpedal quickly, and Toyer is wrapped up here by Mooney. They played 11 out from their line on the move, trying to push their way forward. Great to have you all tuning in. Jump into those comments. Let us know who you think takes it out from here. Still 27.5 minutes to go. Let us know where your upsets are coming from in the rest of the round as well. And don't forget, we'll be back for the Rabbitohs and Storm a little later, as well as some of the Super League action as Sam Walker takes a little run. Thought about offloading it. He wants 6 more there. If you get 6 more, you might be pinging for a knock on. Sam Walker, be careful what you wish for. Oh, pass to no man's land. Toyer managed to clean it up. Sandon Smith goes low on him. And over the top is Matt Croker on tackle 5. They're inside their own 40 here. Cherry Evans kicks. Finding it on the full is Sharp. Racing across there. Now he tears forward. Skips inside Siwa Wong and is dragged down from behind by Egan Butcher. But they'll start this set 12 in from touch. 46 out from their line. Then on tackle 2, they're up over halfway with Hopwood, who's back out there. Now Marju, little shuffle step and punches forward. I'll go across now to Smith, and he gives it on to Salesa Liao Moana. Gives it back to Brown. Goes into contact. He's got the cork in the leg there. Or is it the knee? It's been a tough night for Newcastle. His knee's just gone out there awkwardly. Bit of lax in the knee when they're working on it here, the physio. Tough night to be a Dylan in the Knights lineup. Does not look good. So Daniel Tupou ruled out of the game with a shoulder injury. Dylan Brown going off. They're dropping like flies at Friday night football. Hey, Len, why do I think the Knights are going so well this year? Stability in their halves. They've just got, as much as they've had a couple of them out at different points, they've got a core group and it's not chopping and changing every week. Unless someone's injured, that halves and spine combo, the halves are Sharp, Smith, Brown. Those three are your choices for halves. Crossland is your 9. Ponga is your 1. If Ponga's out, well, Sharp goes to fullback because that's his best position. I think it's as simple as that. Forwards have performed well. A couple of the forwards that they've got in have done a good job as Young gets his out the back, but it goes to Walker. But yeah, that's a big piece of it. Just a little bit of grit and resilience too. Trey Mooney and Sam Walker getting ready to throw hands here. Sam Walker, you're in the wrong weight class, mate. We need more than Queensland fighting spirit to take on a Trey Mooney, I would have thought. You might need a small arms dealer. Sam Walker. Dear, oh dear, what are you doing? I mean, we know no one fights in this day and age, but that's still silly, just in case. Wouldn't mind an amnesty every now and then. Just, yeah, have at it for a week. Sort each other out. Let's have a listen. White Raymond. Trey Mooney wanted to try and argue his case. He wasn't getting a chance from White Raymond. They said that Trey Mooney came round from second marker to escalate this. So let's have a look at it. No, they're not going to show us. Hey, Carleen, Roosters need to mix it up. They just need to complete their sets to be really good at the moment, Carleen. Both sides struggling a little with that. Discipline and error is costing them a bit. Well, there's still plenty of time. Just under 25 minutes remaining. There we go. Nafahu White storming forward. He's got 3 players on his back. Hopwood, Manalailua, and Sandon Smith. And now he's going to be told to go back and play it because he took out the marker. Now Radley pushing forward. So it looks like that left edge will remain Savala and Smith now with Tupou out. Cherry Evans, Tedesco, goes to Savala. And Crossland drags him down on tackle 4. He's 12 in from touch, 32 out on the left edge. Now Walker for Radley. Radley working it forward just with Cant and Hopwood on him. 2 young local juniors trying to wrap him up from the Knights. Walker floats it up. There's that bomb you're looking for, Colleen, and they take it with Nwanganitawaze, but the Knights do very well to wrap him up and drag him into touch then. He couldn't do much. They let him have it. He's far enough away from the line that they could take the risk and drive him into touch. And that is one challenge with the Roosters, consistently and almost always kicking towards his wing. His teams will set up that perimeter and then they'll just set up a defender on him, wait for him to land. Unless it's right on the try line, it's not nearly as threatening. So now, Salisa Liao Moana plays it. They go to Dom Young. Young charges forward. He's chopped low by Butcher. That's Egan Butcher. Robson and Savala in the tackle as well. Croker gives it to Marzu. Marzu runs into Nat Butcher. Robson's in there again, as is Radley. And so this will be tackle 3, 26 out from their line. Trey Mooney decides to go on a bit of a crossfield mission, trying to find a hole. He's wrapped up by Radley and Nat Butcher. Fletcher Sharp gets out of dummy half here. Gets the offload away nicely for Croker, who runs in behind where the markers would have been. Picks up another 25 metres. He's up to the attacking 40. I think he's taken an awkward knock as he's gone down, though, because he grimaced. Sandon Smith will put it to the air. Fletcher Hunt chasing through, trying to make a contest of it. They decide better of it. I'm not quite sure. He and Dom Young are almost looking at each other there and just let Billy Smith have it uncontested. Sam Walker gets out of dummy half, steps past a couple, and then is chopped down. Fletcher Hunt at marker. Walker will play at 29 out from the line, 10 in from touch. Now Savala taking a run. Looking at the completion rate for the Knights at the moment. It's about 83%. The Roosters, 74%. There you go, Carleen. That's what we were talking about. As Nafahu White plays it, they come to Radley now. Out the back to Walker. Walker gives it on. Butcher streaming away. Nat Butcher's got space. Gives it to Tedesco back inside. And James Tedesco will take a hat trick with still 21 and a bit minutes to play here. Almost 22 minutes. And we're brought back to a 2-point ball game. 16 points to 14 with a kick to come. James Tedesco has racked up a hat trick. It's been a little while between drinks for Teddy. Last time he scored a hat trick was March 2021. So he steams away here, Nat Butcher, and gets it away to Tedesco. So Teddy scored 5 hat tricks in his career now. Never scored 4 in a game in the NRL. He did score 4 back in the NYC in 2011. That's telling you how long ago it was. That's back when he was at the West Tigers, of course. So Sam Walker now on the left-hand edge. About 12 to the left of the uprights, it looks. Absolutely never in doubt from Walker. We're locked back up at 16 all with 20 and a half minutes remaining. So game on. Just for a little bit of interest. When James Tedesco scored those 4 tries for the Tigers, his back line included Marika Korobidi, David Nofaluma, Curtis Sirinen, Matt Grote, and Ben Murdoch-Masila were in the lineup as well. There's also a young Fodawaker there. I don't think that would have been Mo Fodawaker, though. I think he'd be too old. Mo Fodawaker would be too young. Jacob Miller also in that lineup in the halves. So there you go. That gives you a bit of an idea, a bit of a flashback on it. The Roosters now bringing that out from their own end. Looking to try and snatch the lead back. You got 57% with the Roosters at the moment. Interesting times. Make sure to hit like on the video too. Don't forget that, and hit subscribe as well. All those things help us to grow the platform as the Roosters cough this one up through Robson. Less than 20 minutes to go now. That's a crucial one for the Knights as they force the mistake. Robson just getting out, and Manalei back on the field and just chops him down, chops his arms. You're getting on those Roosters, Wayno. Try and hit that 1,700 subscribers tonight. We want to hit 1,750 by the end of the month. To help us get there. The more you hit like and reacts and get involved in the conversations, the more the YouTube algorithm feeds it to other people. So I'm told. As Trey Mooney takes his over halfway on tackle 2. He'll play it back to Tom Cant. Now on for Crossland, who drops it underneath for Salesa Leal Moana. He plays it 9 metres into the attacking half. Tom Cant in at dummy half. Interesting to see Cant in at dummy half. Crossland. Quite sure what the structure is there as Hunt gets out of a tackle, gives it off to Dom Young. He hasn't got much room to work with, so he carves his way back infield. Hits the accelerator. He's looking for someone to go with him, but just floats his way across field and runs into Siwa Wong and Nafahu White. It'll be tackle 5. He's centre field, 18 out from the line. Kent will go to Crossland. On now. Obviously crossland, sorry. Yeah, he'll be playing in the halves, won't he, with Dylan Brown off and offload there. Goes straight to Victor Radley, but we're going to say it's gone off at Roosters player forward to Radley. There'll be a penalty to the Knights. I wonder if they'll think about taking the 2 here. Still 17 minutes and 43 seconds remaining. Surely it's a consideration. Yeah, that's exactly what they'll do. And it might just be Tom Cant who will take it. A noted lower grade goal kicker. Despite the fact he plays as a middle/hooker. Here we see. There it is. It's the right call. Siwa Wong knocks it forward into Victor Radley's hands. It's an offside penalty. So will it be Tom Cant to take the penalty attempt? That will be the question I've got. No, Sandon Smith's going to keep on kicking. I think Tom Cant was pretty confidently taking the ball if he got the opportunity. And Smith against his former club as we tick past 17 minutes remaining. This one might just go down to the wire. 16 all with 16 minutes to go. Just a reminder, our clock there is a direct feed from the NRL website, not necessarily the official game clock. He's just there for a bit of a guide, just to help along, give you a bit of an idea of how long there is to go. So, 16 in from touch, 21 out. Very similar spot to where Sam Walker missed at the other end just before. Smith hits this, and he's curved it across, and it waves away and goes dead. So it remains 16 points all. So Phoenix Crossan will be playing in the halves now, and Tom Cant will have gone to hooker. 20-metre drop out. Did it go 10? Did not go 10. Wasn't far off. Sam Walker's trying to claim that it crossed the plane. I don't think you want to challenge that, Sam. So penalty to the Knights. This one 20 out right in front. Sandon Smith goes, I'll have another crack. Why not? So because no one touched it and didn't go 10, it's not a penalty. It's a play the ball. So Sandon Smith won't get another penalty shot. 10 metres in on the 30-metre line. So Sandon Smith gives it off now. Hopwood. Hopwood working his way forward. Great to have your tune in. Make sure to hit that like button. And subscribe on the channel as well. Help us to keep creeping towards that 1700 as the next stage towards our 1750 goal. So they come to the left here. Sandon Smith out the back. Bradman Best can't spin free of his origin opponent in Robert Toyer. Cannon into dummy half. Marzu. That little step. Well, it wasn't even really a step. He just wiggles his arms and his torso. Plays it on tackle forward. 10 out from the line. 15 in from touch on the left edge. They swing it across. Crossland for Sandon Smith. And then they play it through Salisa, Leo Moana. They come to Smith, who floats it up for Dom Young. He's going to get up, and he could have caught that and probably just scored himself, to be fair, Dom Young, and he knocks it on in the field of play. The Roosters go to try and get things moving quickly. Referee White Raymond says, no, back you go. So now they play it. Billy Smith will work it out and play it on tackle 1. 14 out from his line. 22 in from touch on the left edge. Now it's Nat Butcher working it up over the 20. Inside the final 15 minutes here. Roosters will scratch their head if this one gets away from them. But what about the Knights? 6 or 7 rounds now in a row, or games in a row, I should say, where their games have been decided by, I think it's 6 or less points. Quite a phenomenal status. Tedesco goes forward, gives it out to Walker. Walker gives it on. Butcher, Savala for Smith. They go to the air here. It's a midfield bomb. They let Siwa Wong have it. And he pops it back to Cherry Evans, who knocks it on into Frizzell. So it'll be a 0 tackle for the Knights. So yeah, just looking at the Knights' results. The last 3 results have been either by 1 or 2 points. And they beat the Tigers by 6, beat the Dragons by 2, lost to the Storm by 2, beat the Parramatta Eels by 6. So going all the way back to round 12, when they had the bye, they have not had a result determined by more than 6 points. Which is quite phenomenal when you think about it. There's a little knock on in the ruck here from Bradman Best. It just stuck to his hand as he went to plan it. Too much grippo. Roosters an opportunity here. At what point, here you go, here's a question for you all tuning in. At what point do you start looking at a field goal? In this one, we've seen 6 tries in 67 minutes. The Roosters have got the ball 30 out here. Cherry Evans goes across field. Salisa Liao Moana chops down Cherry Evans from behind. I thought it might have been high at first, but not the case. Radley gives it back for Lenu. Lenu's 15 metres out. He's 7 to the left of the uprights. Swing it across. Walker, Cherry Evans, a little show and go at the line. He had Wong with him, but Wong was well marked. He'll play 11 out from the line, 20 in from touch on the right side. Robson, flat ball for Nafahu White, bumps out of the first tackle. Hopwood thinks about coming again, but he stopped 2 metres out from the line now. 22 in from touch. They go across. As soon as possible, Carleen. If you get the chance, take it. They get to the outside here. Savala, Billy Smith back infield. They're going to be tackled a metre short of the line. 12 or 13 in from touch. They have to swing it across here for a field goal shot. Will Walker take it? No, he goes to Radley. Oh, they got a 6 more there. That hurts. So that was tackle 1. I thought that was tackle 5. No, it's not. Nafahu White now for tackle 2. 4 out from the line. Just to the left of the uprights. They go to the short side. Robson, Walker, floats it over the top. Billy Smith gets in the corner. Don't worry about a try. Don't worry about a field goal. You can get a try. Billy Smith scores in the corner. The Roosters lead 20 points to 16 with a kick to come. Billy Smith is the first person, not named James Tedesco, to get a try for the Roosters tonight. Sam Walker just floating the Harbour Bridge pass over the top. And Billy Smith gets it down just inside the touchline. I'm pretty confident. Let's have a look at the head-on angle. Yes, he did. He had about a metre to spare. That's a 4-point ball game. Sam Walker will have a conversion from a metre or less in from touch on the left-hand side here. 68th minute, you think, Len? Oh, we're well past that now. Not that it might be applicable. But yeah, I would have been thinking if I was the Roosters and nothing really presented there on tackle 4, I'd be wanting to go and get set back close to centre field and maybe think about the option and just see what presents. I feel like it's one of those things around the 12-minute mark. You start thinking, and if you get tackle 4 or tackle 5 and absolutely nothing else is showing, you take that rather than a lottery roll into the in-goal. If something else presents, well, chance your hand. Once it gets down to about 6 minutes to go, then you absolutely have to set yourself for it and take it if it's still level. 6 or 7 probably. 20 to 16. Full house here at McDonald Jones Stadium. I think some credit needs to go to the Knights here. They've already depleted. No Ponga, no Saifidi, no McEwen. 3 of their best players so far this season. And no Dane Gagai as well for experience. And then you lose Dylan Brown and Dylan Lucas, 2 of your representative stars. And to still be in this contest against a top 3 side like the Roosters. Walker from a metre in from touch. Hits it, absolutely laces it over the black dot. Didn't curl it, didn't do anything else, didn't need to. 22 points to 16 now. 10 minutes to go. Well, it's going to come down to the wire. The Knights need to find something in their locker. They've lost their key ball playing weapon. I think the magic source might be Fletcher Sharp. That might be where we're looking. Don't forget, of course, we've got the Rabbitohs and Storm next up. The Knights get us back underway here. They go straight down the middle almost. No, just to the right of the middle. Bouncing his way back, Spencer Lenu off the back fences. He loves to do. Got a penalty here. He's saying no arms from Hopwood. I'm just having a look. Spencer Leniu getting up. Let's have a look here. No, it's Manu Leilua. Knights are reviewing it, saying that he had his arm tucked out. Well, it'll be interesting to see what comes here. Captain's challenge from the Knights. It looks like he's tried to wrap the arm after, but Lenu's bounced off him. Won't be a shoulder charge. So, successful captain's challenge. Spencer Leniu will play it here for tackle 1. So, there we go. So Spencer Leniu plays it on tackle 1 on the 20-metre line. Now Nwanga into Waze. 9.5 minutes remain. He plays it on tackle 2. 28 out from the line. Nafahu White. It's working it forward now. Almost up to the 40, Nafahu White. Next up, Radley. Brought down by Frizzell. Centre field, 47 out. They're over halfway now on tackle 5. Leniu gets the arm free, but can't find the offload as Frizzell wraps him up on the attacking 40. That's tackle 5. They come to the short side to Cherry Evans. He sends it high into the sky, testing out Fletcher Sharp. Toya over the top, but misses him. Sharp trying to get past the one into Waze, but he's dragged down on the band of his shorts and then given a wedgie for his trouble. Now Marju. Oh, what about that? Took on Nafahu White, and I think it's fair to say the winger came out on top of the prop. That's huge physical contact. Both the boys with big grins on their faces. Now Dom Young. He goes straight at Spencer Leniu. In there as well as Siwa Wong. He'll play at 37 out on tackle 3. Short ball from Smith. Manu Leilua looking for support. He's got Bradman Best with him. I think he might have given it early, but Bradman Best will still burn James Tedesco here. The Knights are over with 8 minutes 20 on the clock. Best gets a try, and it's 22-20 with a kick to come. Francis Manu Leilua is punching holes out here for fun. That's a brilliant try for the Knights. Down that left edge, and Manu Leilua just goes straight between Toya and Cherry Evans. Fortunately, he got James Tedesco boots tangled up. And this will be an interesting one for Sandon Smith. He's going to have to try and convert this from about 10 in from touch on the left-hand side. Manu Leilua was just looking for support, hoping someone was there, praying, wishing. He gave Tedesco a little bit of a sniff. Best, I think if he had maybe just held it a step, he might have forced a decision out of Tedesco, but it might have put too much pressure on his pass. There it is, 7 minutes, 25 seconds on the clock, and we are a 2-point ball game again here. My, oh my. Well, they might need that field goal to win it now, Carleen. So in the end, Best rounded it to about 15 in from touch. That makes it a little easier. 20 back. Pressure on Sandon Smith, not the regular goal kicker. He got the shank out of the system early, but the pressure of the penalty goal before to take the lead. He couldn't hit the target then. Inside the last 7 minutes. Sandon Smith now. Taking his time. And he slots it from out wide. 22 all. 22 all, apologies. Little scoreboard glitch there. Francis Manu Leilua has absolutely been on tonight. 130-something run meters, a try assist, a try, 2 line breaks, tackle bust. He's been everywhere, and he's had a breather for a HIA as well. So 22-22, under 7 minutes remaining. Yeah, high and long here, the Roosters. And Trey Mooney brings it back, goes into the Fahu White. He'll play it on tackle 1. Fletcher Sharp filling in at dummy half. Now Matt Croker, the Roosters trying to put some sting in this defensive line. They get up into Croker's face and he'll play it 14 out from the line on tackle 2. Cant gives it now for Frizzell. Frizzell wrapped up by Nafahu White, Reece Robson, and Hugo Savala in there as well on tackle 3, 22 out from the line. Now Mooney looking for the offload there. Gets clear of Radley. On tackle 4, they're not quite up to the 30. Cant gets out of dummy half. Bumps out of White's tackle, but loses his footing, and he'll play it now 39 from the line on tackle 5. I'll go to Crossland, who kicks from inside his 40. Puts plenty of height on it. Doesn't get probably as much distance as they might have liked, and Smith will take it on the full on his 20. It's going to be a little bit of chess now over the last 6 minutes. Field position is going to be so key. Discipline also key. I'm going to be giving away 6 mores now. Now it is Savala coming forward. He'll play it on tackle 2, 38 out from the line, just off centre field. Radley, flat ball for Siwa Wong. Cant locking in on the ball. I think he thought about the one-on-one strip, but he was joined by teammates too quickly on tackle 3. He's 4 metres short of halfway. Radley gives it for Nafahu White. Up over halfway. Pumps the legs, gets the flick pass out the back. Now it comes from Robson to Radley. Radley over the top, finds Toya. Best is sliding, as is Smith. Toya pumps both of them off. He's looking for support back on the inside. He carves past a couple, and he's brought down inches short by Bradman Best here. That is absolutely huge on tackle 4, but the Roosters a metre out from the line, and oh, it's been coughed up. Dear, oh dear, Spencer Lenu has left it behind with 5 minutes to go. Dear, oh dear, that was the chance. That was the chance. Yeah, it's a huge 2 points for both the sides, Len. You're exactly right. For the Knights, obviously, it gets them, keeps them in a top 4 race despite being depleted by injury and really firms them up in the top 8. For the Roosters, it keeps them in that top 2 conversation, which obviously, sets up, well, potentially if you finish top 2, you don't have to go to New Zealand for an away trip, which would be huge, and you don't have to play Penrith, potentially either in those until you get to the grand final. So if you not have to go to New Zealand and not play Penrith until a potential grand final, depending on other results, that would be massive. Brody Jones now with a hit and spin. Needs a little more punch from him, Brody. Plays at 38 out, centre field. That's tackle 5. Crossland again. Kicks from inside the 40. He's absolutely booted the living daylights out of this, and it's going to roll all the way dead, is it? Just. Tell you what, that wasn't bad weight. It only rolled 1 extra roll beyond the dead ball line. James Tedesco wanted the quick restart, but he's waiting for players to come back on side. He has to wait up again because Nafahu White wasn't quite there yet. So the Knights do get a slight breather. 3 minutes 50 on the clock. We might be going to Golden Point just yet. So now Nwangani to Waze. They go to Wong. He nearly got the offload out the back there for Cherry Evans. He'll be brought down 35 from the line on tackle 1. Remember, it's a 7 tackle set. They go from White to Radley. Gets it on Tedesco. A little juggle out for Sam Walker. Hunt grabs hold of Walker just over halfway. They're going to play it now 3 minutes into the attacking half on tackle 3. Tedesco goes from dummy half. They get the offload away back to Walker. Now Robson. Robson spins out of the tackle, gives it to Butcher. They're at 6 and 7s. I don't think they quite know exactly where they're meant to be going here, but they're working for a field goal, you'd feel. Down to 3 minutes on the clock. They're 33 out. They go to Walker. He lays it off for Lenu. This might be it here on tackle 4. Lenu's going to play at 22 from the line. No, they go to the left. Tedesco thought about using the hands, and he'll be brought down. Tackle 5, 13 out from the line. Croker's going to get the pressure on here. And Walker, he hits it. Sam Walker gets the field goal. And the Roosters lead 23 points to 22 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. So Sam Walker, calm under pressure. It wasn't Walker, it was Cherry Evans, sorry. I thought it went to Walker. That explains even the more the composure. Cherry Evans, he got a bit of slice on it, but still went over. Inside the right upright. 23 points to 22. Knights go the short kick off, and Dom Young knocks it on. Now, Butcher bringing it back and work his way forward. Tell you what a game this is. It's coming down to the wire. Still 2.5 minutes remaining. That'll be a 0 tackle for the Roosters. They'll go forward here, Lenu. Thought about flicking it out the back. Hunt drags him down. He'll play it 4 metres short of halfway. 10 in from touch on the left edge. Now, Savala will play it. He's 43 out. Nafahu White working his way downfield. Trying to get the arm free here. But Hopwood hangs on for dear life, and he'll play it 32 out from the line on tackle 3. They could get into a position to really seal it here with a try. Tedesco chopped low. That's tackle 4, 28 out. They come to the right with Siwa Wong, gets the ball from Cherry Evans. Tries to shrug off Sandon Smith, but Mooney and Manalay Lua arrive, and he's wrapped up 10 in from touch, 11 out from the line on tackle 5. Cherry Evans will float it up into the corner here. Nwangani thought about catching it, but won't do so. He'll leave it with Best, and the Knights have 90 seconds to go the length here. So Greg Marziu. Victor Radley's been sniped by someone. He's back up, though. Marziu will play this 10 metres out from the line, 15 in from touch. Now Hopwood, chop low, a good tackle by Cherry Evans, putting his shoulder into it. They go to Crossland, now for Sharp, across for Hunt. Hunt gets it out to Dom Young. Dom Young, a little stutter step, palms off Sam Walker. Walker comes again, and he'll play it 22 out from the line on tackle 4. The Knights are in a lot of trouble here. I don't think they're going to be able to find the way downfield. It's been gallant from them as Tom Kent drifts across field, showing dummies to everyone, not selling anyone on buying them, though. That'll be tackle 5, 23 out from the line, and I don't think they realise that that's tackle 5. Sandon Smith takes it forward. And with 43 seconds on the clock, the Roosters will get the ball here, and they just need to complete the set. The Roosters are going to run this one out. "64% of you have nailed it." I don't know how many of you voted that after the Roosters kicked their field goal. No, very, very much tongue-in-cheek. Cracking game of rugby league, and the Roosters will just look to complete this with 30 seconds remaining. I thought we might have been knocking on the door of Golden Point. Is that a one-on-one strip? No, they're going to say there was 2 in there. The Knights will challenge it undoubtedly. But here we go, captain's challenge. This feels like a very much a Hail Mary. So another game. So 4 games in a row the Knights have lost by 2 or been involved in by 2 or less points. 3 games in a row they've lost. The challenge is unsuccessful. The Roosters, well, it won't be because they'll take the penalty shot at goal, actually. So it'll be a 3-point result, you will think. They want the 2. They're going to take the 2. No, they decide better. Sam Walker will just surrender himself. And that will be full time. 23 points to 22. The Roosters get it done here at full time. Well done to the Roosters. A good win. Well done to the Knights in a gritty performance against, considering they were quite depleted. They lost Dylan Brown and Dylan Lucas. Hopefully not too serious, but a knee and an ankle injury respectively. Big thank you to you all for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit like on the video. Hit subscribe on the channel. We'll be back in a couple of minutes as we get ready for the Rabbitohs and the Storm.